Hi, my name's Kevin Dart. I'm the Education Director for the Illinois Ag in the Classroom program, and we're here with another look at Beyond the Barn Door, taking a look at things in agriculture you might not think about. Coming up on January 11th is National Milk Day. We hold National Milk Day every January 11th going back to 1878 because that was the first time milk was delivered in bottles to homes. Think about that. People used to actually milk their cows and take care of the milk themselves. Then suddenly, in 1878, they started delivering bottles of milk to homes. You think of it as going through the grocery store and picking up your favorite gallon of milk, but think about that. Milk bottles used to come in big cans and it was then delivered into bottles. Now, in 1884, they invented a new type called Thatcher's Common Sense Milk Jar, which if you've ever been into an antique store, you might have seen something like that. In 1915, the very first paper covered in wax carton was developed. You're familiar with that with your school lunch program. So this carton, the prototype of this carton has been around since 1915. It wasn't until 1964 that our traditional 1-gallon plastic milk jug came into use. Well, what does that mean? You think about lunch going with school lunches. You think about milk in your school lunch program. The school lunch program's been around since 1940. The U.S. Department of Agriculture helped with school lunches since 1940. It was reauthorized in 1966 with the Child Nutrition Act, and of course the special milk program was adapted into that. And one that you might be familiar with is in 2010. 2010, the U.S. Department of Agriculture reenacted the school lunch program, calling it the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act. Your school lunch programs changed in the last 7 years. Well, Illinois produces a lot of milk. We have a lot of dairy cows. In fact, there are 680 herds, but that ranks us 21st in the number of states where we fall. So there are 20 states ahead of us, and of course there are several states below us as well. Ironically, Illinois was also the 21st state admitted to the Union. And 48 hours, there's a key about 48 hours and what goes on with Illinois milk. From the time a cow is milked until that milk arrives fresh in the dairy case, it takes less than 48 hours to go through the pasteurization and the packaging in order to bring safe milk to you. And of course, one of the things we're interested in is, what is that from moo to you? You know, one of the things that everyone is very interested in is the local foods program. How local is your food? One thing I'd like you to stop and think about is, where does your milk come from? If you look on your milk jugs, on your milk cartons, there's a small code, and you can go to a website called whereismymilkfrom.com and trace your milk backwards, and you'll find that your milk is probably the most local food that you have. Those milk codes are available on all sorts of items. Your milk cartons, your yogurt, or even your ice cream will tell you exactly where that milk was processed. And given the coldness that we've had, one of the other things people often wonder is, how are animals cared for during the winter? Well, those farmers take great care of their animals. In fact, they make sure they have special barns for them where the walls can be opened to cool them down in the summer, but also can be closed up. And the body heat of those cows keeps them warm throughout the cold winter months. Animal care is a huge issue with our farmers. Farmers need to take care of their animals because those animals are taking care of the farmer. And of course, if you wanted to adopt your own dairy cow, we urge you to check out the Adopt a Cow program from the St. Louis District Dairy Council. More information about how to do that for next year is in the information. With that, enjoy your milk at lunch and celebrate National Milk Day.